Let me read that again. A side effect of siding with Arabs. The Arabs wanted to keep for themselves all the lands they had conquered. Who did they conquer? And what lands did they conquer? Let's read on. So the Jews did not nearly as much control. So the Jews did not nearly as much control over Jerusalem as they would have liked, comma, but at least Jewish rabbis would be permitted in the city walls again. What did they trade? Who did they trade? What did they edit out? What did they devise? What scheme? What the scripture say? I know the schemes of the hearts that y'all devise, and the things that y'all devise against me and my people, and which was forbidden during Christian rule. And this is between 595 A.D. and 632 A.D. Israel and Judah was not in Jerusalem. They wasn't running Jerusalem. In fact, before that, the Hebrews' names was changed. I believe in 63 A.D., between 63 and 32 A.D., when the original Hebrews was called Christians. Were Hebrews, then when they changed the name to Christians. Book of Acts, chapter 11, verse 23. And Google it and other resources, and you'll find out that that's a fact too. So now the Jewish takuya in saying that Khadijah was Catholic. Now it says this. We could not leave this post without telling you in an attempt to update Khadijah's Wikipedia article, changing her religion from that of a Jew to that of a Christian. Catholic to be exact. All Jewish takuya, nothing could be further from the truth. With the death of Muhammad, Muslims would soon be in fierce battle with Christian armies, and to so defame the former faith of Muhammad's most sacred Christian wife would not fit the model. Also, more sure of not fitting the model would be the near unquestioning support Muhammad received from the Jewish tribes in the Arabian deserts. There was one Jewish tribe who had backstabbed Muhammad, and he took his revenge on them. Hence, he gets to be called a Jew hater. To be clear, the Jews would never have supported a man married to a Christian lady, since most of them were still in exile from the Roman revolts in a resulting Christian country, who did not see merit in having them return. So they would have been most distrusting of uniting with Muhammad and Catholic wife, and children would not be Jewish. Under these circumstances, they would have picked another man to make the champion, the Messiah, the freer of Jerusalem. Somebody lied. We used to do that when we was children up on burrows. Somebody lied. Oh, it was some good old days, man. Before you grew up and found out how much that people who say they love you and care about you and your children, your well-being, sit here and just lie. And get paid looking good, too. Alright, so that's where they get Khadijah being a Jew. Let's go find something else about the Hadith. Let's find out what came first, the Hadith or the Quran. What came first, Hadith or Quran? can't spell it. I can't even spell it. That's a Hadith. Hey, how you spell Hadith? Somebody send me something. Need some help. I never said my Arabic was of any good, really. I think Hadith. Okay. Let's say Hadith collection of importance. Which came first, Bible, Quran? No. History of Hadith. Okay, let's get into this Hadith. See, we always talking about the Gospels. Now, according to this is called True Islam. The True Islam is derived from the Quran and not from the traditions of culture of Muslim people, or Arab people, or Christian people, or black Muslim people, or Sunni or Ansar, Shiite and Sharia law. It's just from the Quran. Regardless who wrote it, obviously it has some inspiration, because the roots of the Quran is what? The Torah. So when you know the root, everything else is fruity. So let's bear some fruit here, I guess. Or not I guess, but let's see what it tastes like. So now, True Islam. This is in Quran-Islam.org. True Islam. It's called www.Quran-Islam.org. You can look that up. I'll shoot it. Facebook. I'll do this. I'll get that to you guys. Type in more information. Boom. Shoot that to y'all. Alright, so let's see what they got to say. Let y'all see it. Booty bop bop. Scooby boop boop. Remember back in the day when we was children, you see, liar, liar, your pants is on fire. Literally, huh? Sheesh. Alright, let's get this in. The history of Hadith. Why and when it was written? Part 1. Now check this out. Prophet Muhammad forbids the writing of his Hadith. Whoa. So who took it upon themselves to add or take away from the words of the Most High's people and call you Christians and Islam? Who gave these people the power to do that? Let's read on. It has been documented in Muslim, Ahmad, and other sources of Hadith that the Prophet has prohibited the writing of his Hadith. All the Hadith collections we have today, in which are regarded by the Hadith scholars as authentic, Sahih, were written 2 centuries after the death of the Prophet. For 2 centuries there was no authorized documentation of the Hadith in accordance with the prohibition left by the Prophet. Now, remember that last one I showed you where they said for decades, students of prophecy? So there was no Hadith for what again? Decades. I tell you, most times when he confirms his words, man, you just were like, you know, ooh, makes you like worth it. So he says, it was written for centuries after the death of Prophet. For centuries there was no authorized documents of the Hadith in accordance with the prohibition left by the Prophet. Out of the Sahih collections we have today, the first to be written was that of Bukhari, who was born in the year 194 after Hijrah, 870 AD. Damn, that's 200 years later. It is also important to note that the authors of the other 6 Hadith collections, like Muslim and Abu Dawud, were all born after Bukhari. Oh my goodness, this is sinking fast. This boat sinking. Better jump ship. For more info about the exact dates of birth of all 6 authors of the Hadith collection, please see 6 major Hadith collections. I'm going to press that blue button. You know me. And I'm going to shoot it. Uh-oh, it's in Thingamadoodle. I don't know. Wikipedia is called the Kutub el-Sittah. I'm going to shoot that after this video. I tell you, man. More deception. I got to put that in there. No, not going to do that. Because that makes the information deceptive. So just say put more information. Boom. Shot it. So now, let's just get a quick recap of what they're talking about here. Kutub el-Sittah, Arabic. Translate el-Kutub as-Sittah, literally the 6 books, or 6, originally 5 books, that came collections of Hadith. What the hell is it, 6 or 5? They writing words supposed to be words of God and the prophets and stuff. One minute is 6, the next minute is 5. Maybe some good ass opium. That's why the British is over there bombing stuff up, trying to get the oil to burn that dope needle, burn them spoons. They'll run out of propane. See, I need all the oil. Okay. I was really serious though. It wasn't a joke. So now, it says, saying the acts of the Islamic prophet compiled by 6 Sunni Muslim scholars in the 9th century CE. They are sometimes referred to as el-Sinnah, el-Sittah, which translate the authentic 6. They were first formally grouped and defined by Ibn al-Qaisarani in the 11th century, who added Sunan Ibn Majah to the list. Since then, they have enjoyed near universal acceptance as part of the official canon of Sunni Islam. It didn't even say Muhammad Islam. It didn't even say Abraham Islam. It didn't even say the people of Abraham Islam. It just said Sunni. Or just said Ansar. Or just said Shiite Islam. Damn. Islam is in all 3 houses. And they're killing each other. Islam's that's a bad pill. That's like Christianity, when you got Catholic Jesus, Baptist Jesus, Protestant Jesus, all killing each other. Yeah. I was wondering if these people are even human, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not the brightest light bulb in the pack either, but come on now. So it's not saying anything. Okay, yes it do. Now, does Sudi Bakari, like the other site said, 870 CE. Jami El Tamid, sorry if I don't say it right. It's not any disrespect, but the truth is the truth. Excuse me. 892 CE. I'll shoot you the link. Y'all can do y'all more research, but I'll just run the numbers out of the 6. 87 CE. 892 CE, 915 CE, 887 CE, 795 CE. So that confirms that Muhammad was dead at least 150 years before these men got together or had somebody put it, what do we call, a Bible. So really, the Hadith is the Bible. Matter of fact, that's what I'm change the name of this video called the Hadith mixed, the Gospels. Excuse my tongue, Father, and saints and brothers and sisters. The Hadith meets the Gospels. I think that's Jesus walking riding in on the donkey. Think about it. When the scriptures say Israel would be like a wild ass Well, didn't Jesus ride on a donkey? Think about that. See, if y'all hang around with Brother O for a minute, y'all start hearing some certain things, man, that make you like, hold up. Yeah. You like, start clicking like, and then you start remembering how you see folks act like they like certain people who claim Islam. I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I'm not saying they're good or bad. The Most High knows best of men's affairs. So I'm not the one to say, I'm going to do better than them or I can or I can't. It's not my job to even think about something crazy like that. But when you look at the results and the research of over 100 years, my great-grandmother, who just passed away prematurely, even though she was 80-something, 88, 89, she still had a lot of life in her. That, when you look back that far, and you look at today, and you look at 10 years in advance, because you can look at the 10-year-olds right now. That's how you see the future. If you look at the 10-year-old children, and then look at the 1-year-old children, and look at the parents from the 1-year-old, from the newborn to the 10-year-old to the 20-year-old, or you do the increments of 5s or 3s, do it to your liking. You'll be amazed how it resembles the past. And you stuck in the middle in the greatest of love. Too hot to get under, yeah. Too low, I don't know. Stuck in the middle. I mean, that's what Michael Jackson was talking about.
Being recorded, Mama.
How the song go?
Don't knock it over being recorded.
Sun always crying, rain's always dying. But you just wanted to be starting something. Yeah. Stuck in the middle. The greatest of love. This is all fresh, folks. This is not rehearsed. It's just how the Spirit's coming to me. Share with y'all, man, of love, man. Sister. So that confirms the dates. So let's go back to this reading. Once again, Quran-Islam.org. You can read that for yourself. It says, the Quran contains a prophecy for the fabrication of Hadith by the Prophet's enemies. We have permitted the enemies of every prophet, human and jinn devils, to inspire each other fancy words, in order to deceive. Had your Lord willed, they would not have done it. You shall disregard them and their fabrication. This is 6112. Ain't that 6112 that I told y'all about? Is the emergency number for, 112 is the emergency number for, the UK. I just did a video on that 112 I mentioned. Hey, somebody check out the numerology for 112 or 6112. 6 and 1 is 7, 1, 8, 2 is 10. Binary code. Okay. The binary codes, that's something different, my fault. I'm sorry, I almost went to here. Anyway, the Quran also confirms that it is in accordance with Allah's will that the fabrication of Hadith was allowed to happen in order to serve as criteria for exposing the true believers from the hypocrites. That would be clever though, but we ain't buying it. Those who are attracted to and uphold the Hadith are proven to be false believers. Those who are attracted to and uphold Hadith are proven to be false believers. So if it's the Hadith or Scientology, then it's to prove that you are false believers. If you have any idols and you worship the sun, moon, and stars, and the stars, according to Torah, you are a false believer. I think we did a video on transgressions. And I think we just did something on black, that you absorb light but you can't give none off. So you black people who are Islamists of any sort of type, who follows the Hadith, and friends of those who follow the Hadith, and pray 7 times and look at the moon, this and that. This says that you are hypocrites and false believers. I didn't say it. I'm reading it. I gave y'all the thingamahootie, the website. Some of that number 112. Check it out. Oh, matter of fact, I said it on the video. There's one lady said it was about change. So change is coming. It's gonna have to accept. But I know I'm not into that stuff. But it just, and 112 kept popping up. So I'm always trying to see different things to make sure it's not in my own head. But sometimes you get to know it too much. You create your own illusion, and you'll think it's positive. And there'll be people that sit here and will let you do it and clown you. So be mindful of yourself, people, brothers and sisters, okay? Always ask for permission. Ask the Most High to keep you sane. Let His will be done and not your will, because if your will, like any other wills that I've seen in my lifetime, they go flat. And nobody got time to be stuck in the desert or deep freeze of our minds and our hearts. So the Quran also confirms that it's according with God's will, the false believers. This can easily be explained by the fact that the true believers are satisfied with Allah alone. Not Muhammad, not Jesus, not this, not that, but with the Most High Himself alone. They are satisfied with Allah's word, with Allah's words alone, and with Allah's law, or reciting the Torah, or the Quran the Torah, or Torah the Quran alone. They believe the words of Yahweh, not need or other source. They obey Yahweh's command to uphold no source of religious law besides the recitement of the Torah. Abraham, Khadijah, Hajar, Rikayon. This is our family tree, folks. But anyway, like I said, y'all come home, or you stay out in the cold. But you can't come in with them dirty ass clothes on. You better unclothe your mind and your hearts and leave that shit outside. Y'all know what it's like. Your mama told you. Even your wife tell you, don't get in the bed with them dirty clothes. That's for you men. And it says, shall I seek other than Allah as a source of law, when He has revealed to you this book fully detailed? Those who receive the scripture recognize that it has been revealed from your Allah, from your Allah, truthfully. You shall not harbor any doubt. The word of Yahweh is complete in truth and justice. Nothing shall abrogate His words. He is the hearer, the omniscient. This is chapter 6, verse 114 to 1115. So whatever the source 6112 is, that's what you can find that verse. Let's see if I get something. Let me read another one to y'all. This is to let the minds of those who do not believe in the hereafter listen to such fabrication and accept them, and thus expose their real convictions. The book Hadith report the Prophet prohibiting the writing of his Hadith, and that his followers should not write anything from him other than the Quran. It is also documented the Prophet maintained his stand until death. Shown below are a number of such hadiths. Ibn Sahih al-Kundri reported that the Messenger of God had said, "Do not write anything from me except Quran. Anyone who wrote anything other than Quran shall erase it." Ahmed, Volume 1, page 171, Sahih Muslim, Saud, Book 42, number 7147. Some Hadith scholars try to imply that Muhammad changed his view about writing the Hadiths. However, the following Hadith, which was reported 30 years after the death of the Prophet, confirms that the Prophet Muhammad never authorized the writing of the Hadith since the time he told his followers not to write but the Quran. And the Most High told you not to add to the Tanakh or to take away from. So you did it to the Torah, you did it to the Quran, you black folk. And you're liking it, you're getting paid for it, you're being pushed up, and you're getting Million Man marches, and don't get no light. You ain't shine no light off. Bright idea. Golly, it was a bright idea, but the light didn't shine in true darkness. So back to the abyss you go. You like being around these cold-hearted folks, huh? Shoot your children in the middle of the street. They didn't kill 2 more football players and got away with it. What black Islam, black Muslims, where is your Islamic Brotherhood at? That your children are being slaughtered. This is not about Christian and Jesus. This is about you Mohammedans, you Hadiths, you who perverted the blood, the culture, forefathers. I mean, you just should fuck Yahweh. Fuck the creator of everything that you come to think that you want to enjoy. You just said fuck him. We just gonna write what the hell we want. And then give it whatever the fuck meaning we want to. And then add the un in nature and put another letter onto it and just made everything unnatural. Man. Well, I guess that's it for the moment. Let me see if I can find one more. What else they got in here about this? Hadith and the Caliphs, Rashidun guided Caliphs. Basically what this is saying is that, and these are Quran scholars who know the language in and out. How do you get Jew and Arab, Roman, Christian in the same house if